Hi, and welcome to your favorite podcast of the Temple Channel League, the video capsule recaps of your Mets. Well, season is over, guys. I want, of course, to congratulate the Royals for earning the title on the 50th anniversary. Larry put a phenomenal team and had an amazing postseason run, and they truly deserve the title and to be the reigning champions of the league. Final that was very exciting, I will say. I said it in one of my previous editions. This was just my second final. That atmosphere and that feeling is unique. Although we had to wait a little bit for the final to start because we have a few showers in the forecast on Saturday. I did a lot of calculation and research to see which field I will pick, and then all of a sudden the whole thing was just blew out through the window because the weather changed dramatically. We have tons of rain and we actually started at 9 a.m. But what a start! We had a very emotional setting, as I said before, going to the being introduced as the National League champions as well as the Royals for the American League champions, player by player, standing in the line, hearing the national anthem, phenomenal performance by Andy's son, but also seeing our Hall of Famers coming there, throwing out the first pitch by our dear friend Bob Winefield, but just seeing some familiar faces. And in my personal view or side, just have the opportunity to see my dear friend Greg Hortz, the Badger. I mean, one of my favorite teammates ever, and we truly miss him. And that was a very emotional thing for me. And for the time league, I'll say just to have those familiar faces joining. So I think I said it before, at least to my team. This league feels that it's coming out of a movie. I'll say 50 years is a very good testament about that. But I'll deep dive more into the fan voice about the significance of the league in what's going to be a special edition for this last episode. But before that, let's just go into the games recaps. So the games recap for week 18. So just one game in town, the Royals and the Mets fighting for the title. And boy, oh boy, if you miss that matchup, you miss a hell of a defensive pitching series. We went all the way to three games. Nobody scored more than 10 runs in an individual game. So that tells you how close those matchups were to the extent that nobody beat the other team for more than 3 runs. So our first game saw the Mets lose game one of the series on a top 4-6 score. Or bad struggles. I will say the Royals struggles as well, but not as much as the Mets. And it was all about pitching on both sides, both Greeny and Mike. Had a phenomenal duel, I'll say, or defense shine a lot. And we thought we had a chance when we were coming to the top of the seven, just down by 2 runs, and our top of the order coming, but we couldn't materialize. And unfortunately, we took the loss on a 6-4 score. The 10th game that the Mets lost this season by less than 2 runs. So I guess it's a very Mets fashion loss for sure. Second game, the Mets were face against the wall. That's Mets ball, or how we in the dugout define Mets ball. Having the pressure, fighting for our life, the do or die mentality, never quit. And boy, we came strong. Our bats awakened probably the best out of the 3 games. We scored 7 runs. We ended up with a 7-4 win, and we broke the undefeated record that the Royals had during the postseason. So we knew that we were just cooking something, and we felt very excited to it. So we forced to a game three. That came to be the 40th game of the men's. I'm going to ask the historians of the league just to research if that might be a record. I don't think many teams had had the opportunity to play 40 games on a regular on a whole season, regular post season. And hey, we started strong. We were leading 3-1 after 3 innings, but then the Royals materialized a good set of runs, taking the lead 6-3, and that was something that we then struggled to fight back. We managed to score 2 runs on the top of the seven, and we were actually having the tying run at second and the winning run. Well, the lead of run in first, but unfortunately, a ground ball to second uh, materialized to be the last out of the game, and with that, the Royals claimed the title. So that was a very well fought series for sure. We ended up with a 0 run differential through the series. another one run loss for the Mets, the 11th of the season, regular and post. And like I said at the beginning, kudos to the Royals, kudos to Larry. I know that this 30 plus year awaited victory should be feeling pretty well on you. So congratulations to you, Larry. And we're not gonna have a Diamond Superstar because I want to do something special for the last episode. So we're gonna have a special edition on the fan voice. So come with me to your favorite section, the fan voice.
Dallas Cowboys banner, Texas Rangers banner, along with Lightning McQueen, you're going to add your favorite section, the fanboys. This it feels a bit bittersweet because it's the end of an era, if you will. This is going to be the last Fan Voice episode of the year, so definitely I want to do something special for all of you. As such, I do a lot of scrutiny and all the questions that came through, and I pick up a couple of questions that I felt were very thoughtful in nature to recap what our season was. The first one came from Mr. Wok Gulhati from Queens, New York. He asked, Leo, if you could describe the Mets season in a word, what it will be and why? So a lot of people heard me saying throughout my different episodes about the miracle, the amazing Mets, and what have you. And yes, we pulled a lot of miracles, no doubt about it. But to me, the word that defined the Mets was magic. It was all about magic. The things that we were able to put together as a group and the bound that we created after 6 months were amazing. If you remember in one of my first episodes, I mentioned that 19 out of 20 teams will not win it. So make sure that you put something long time memories and things that will stay with you for the rest of your life. Well, definitely the Mets put it out there for us. From the Dundies to the Grimmage, who started a long winning streak for the Mets in the MLB, that then Mike gracefully bought it for us just to have an inspiration to having David as our 13 member, and he was just part of the Mets organization and having the opportunity for him to play. That was just phenomenal. But also the music, having the Stites kids just dancing around and just putting that great atmosphere, and the list goes on and on. I think we just built something that was truly unique, and we had the fortune to do it for 40 games. So you can imagine how that bond was created after so much. So I'll say that that definitely is the definition for the 2024 Mets. Magic Mets. The second question comes from Vamos Yankees Ferrin from Livingston, New Jersey. Look at that. We're pulling fans from the Bronx to actually support the Mets. So I guess we did it right. Uh, he says, Leo, I feel we have asked you so many questions during the past 6 months. So I just want to say thank you. And if you have any last word for us, the fans across the globe. So thank you, Vamos Yankees. Uh, if you have seen my episodes, you'll see that I'm a big movie fan. I always try to relate things that happens in life to episodes, scenes, or what have you from movies. So definitely, if I would like to say a last speech or what have you, based on the Met season, will be the Cool Runnings movie. Actually, released in 1993 when Larry was in his last final in Shalom. That movie, if you haven't seen it, is about a group of guys from Jamaica that tried to have a bobsled and compete in the Winter Olympics in Canada. And nobody trusts or believed that they were able to do it. And I felt that that was exactly or feeling that at the end of the day, they just were part of the family and they put something wonderful, right? So to me, that's something that truly resonates to what we have achieved. And I want to say that proof of that is that, yes, we don't have an egg as in the movie they have, but I do have a ball that all of my guys signed to me. Thank you very much. Truly appreciate it. And although we're not going to have it just to kiss every time that we go to bat, definitely that will something that will stay with me. Also, I will have the Grimmage. Thank you, Mike. Again, that's gonna be my kids are gonna love this. But if you remember the end of the movie, there were famous athletes in fast and track, and but they ended up competing in the Winter Olympics, and they have a picture that stayed with the Olympic Committee of Jamaica. So of course it's not the same, but the guys gave that to me. This is just fantastic. And moving forward, every time that I do the introductions, it's not going to be just the Dallas Cowboys the Texas Rangers banner and Lightning McQueen, but also the Mets banner. So bear with me as I just go ahead and stick it live. There it is, guys. Moving forward, this room, Mateo's room, will also be the Mets room. Thank you very much. Truly appreciate it. Have a wonderful season, and I hope that we brought joy and for your kids and your wife having a fun time. So long.